Well, this afternoon I've moved up to a hotel up on the hill. It's about 200 or 300 metres above the city and with spectacular views over the city, but right next, almost next to the hotel, there's actually a walking track, and I'm doing this right now, going over this quite boggy area. It's sort of sphagnum moss, and in behind here, yes, the Marshall Ranges, and see some glaciers up there. They're not very high at all, but because we're so far south, there's some quite amazing glaciers up here, and this is quite a flat little plateau, probably a glacial, remains of a glacial lake. But what I've really come up to here to see are these trees here. These are the Nothofagus antarctica, a form of beech tree. It looks very similar to some of the New Zealand beech trees. And let's get a bit of a closer look at one. Here's some of the foliage. So this is Nothofagus antarctica, not to confuse with the Australian Antarctic beech, the Nothofagus moorei, or the how you doing? Or the New Zealand silver beech, which is is very closely related as well. The three types of beech tree are very closely related, and the reason they're so closely related, even though they're all on 3 different continents, is because they once upon a time the continents were all joined up, and they started splitting probably about 250 odd million years ago, just after the period called the Great Dying, when the supercontinent of Pangaea actually acted as a big thermal insulator, and a huge eruption happened over what's now Siberia, and the eruption area probably nearly the size of Australia, and actually wiped out 95% of all life on Earth. And here's a spectacular view here. So just going over a bit more sort of boggy soil here, and yes, quite amazing. I'm just looking for a way around this bog. But these at the time, the continents are all joined together, and this beech tree, or what would be closely related to it, used to exist, and somehow it survived the Great Dying, and when the continents did start splitting up, I think South America split from Antarctica, and Australia maybe around 100 million years ago, probably even longer than that, and Australia and New Zealand split apart from each other around 65 million years ago, around when the dinosaurs died out. And these trees have remained pretty much largely intact, and they're all very closely related, but they're obviously different species. And I've always, I've been very familiar with all the New Zealand beech trees, particularly the silver beech, which occurs near the bush line. It's those really wonderful sort of wavy, big beech trees that grow almost at the tree line. Not to confuse with the mountain beech, which are sort of a lot more sort of regular looking. And then of course the Nothofagus moorei, the Antarctic beech, as we call it in Australia, which used to grow in Antarctica but now only grows in some of the mountainous areas of Australia, including the area behind the Gold Coast up in the Lamington National Park, and I visited those before. And I've always wanted to see these trees, and here I am. Finally, a big thing kicked off the bucket list to have seen Antarctic beech trees. So that's another one I can kick off the bucket list very happily, and now I'll just keep going with the walk because I've got my briefing for the Antarctic journey very soon, and yeah, I've seen a few people already, and there's a few up there, a couple I've met from Sydney. I find everywhere I travel around the world, yeah, most travellers tend to be Australian, and you know, a lot of New Zealanders as well, and that, I think that's just part of our culture. You'll just find us absolutely everywhere. And I haven't met the guy staying in yeah, he's going to be staying in my cabin yet, but I saw his backpack when I arrived there, and it's got this big American flag on it, so I think he's probably going to be an American guy. And yeah, because he's got a backpack, I think we're going to get on absolutely well, yeah, awesomely. So yeah, there's some of the guys out there, and I suppose we're also looking for the track because we got to get back by 6:30 for our expedition briefing. Yeah, today's not a very good day to get lost out in the bush. I don't think there's any dangerous animals out here. Yeah, I don't think, you know, things like yetis and that, they're over in the Himalayas, and I really don't think there'd be anything dangerous at all, yeah, this far south. So, and if there was, I'm sure the lady at the hotel reception who told me about this track would have, yeah, told me to stay away. But yeah, just make the most of this beautiful area, vegetation, because I don't think we're going to see too much vegetation down in Antarctica. So yeah, my next diary I'm probably going to be bringing to you from the ship. See you later.